This is kind of a terrible chapter, to be quite honest. Terrible because it's kind of hard.
Oh? Difficulty? In a platinum game.
Jean.
So yeah, we're in hell now. You can see in the background there we've got some Scolopendra just flying around, I guess. Remember Scolopendra from the last game?
They gotta come from somewhere, I mean...
That's a good point. So you think somewhere in hell there is Malphas, who actually never appears in this game, sadly. I feel like the aesthetic in this level is actually really nice, and it's a real shame they don't do more with it. Like, this is the only chapter you get in actual hell.
Huh. They definitely made a lot of hubbub about it at the start of the game. It was kind of like the hype factor they were going for. Man, you're gonna go to hell, it's gonna be sweet. I mean, it still is, but, I mean, it's also short, that's kind of sad. Guess I gotta squeeze all the plot in somehow.
Yeah. That really juicy and important plot.
That will keep people on Tumblr guessing for years to come.
God damn it, Tumblr. I hate Tumblr so much, I'm sorry. So, I think I mentioned last video how great the hammer is. So the hammer is really good if you can sort of charge it up and bring it into a fight rather than trying to use it in a fight, because it's really slow.
Yeah, I think you tried that in the previous video and it didn't work out, because you were doing like weapon switching to hold it or something.
So here, I think I do an example of it here, after I get this bloody crow. Also, I'm kind of not sure on what the significance of the outfit for the hammer is. You know, I guess it's kind of like typical Japanese deity thing or whatever. So, yeah, with the Umbran Climax Distortion type release, with the hammer it is insane. I don't know if you saw it, but I did a crap load, almost half a bar of damage to that greed.
Right.
And another thing with Umbran Climax is that you can... That was pretty sweet. So another thing with Umbran Climax with the hammer is that you can deactivate it and keep the charge. So instead of charging the hammer with Umbran Climax on and therefore wasting magic, you can turn it off. But then you can release the release, whatever, and still get the Umbran Climax effect. I'm explaining it very poorly as usual, but
yeah, well, you're proccing charge on a hammer, and then you're unleashing it outside of Umbran Climax.
Yeah, basically. So I'm doing this so I can get an accessory. So yeah, whatever.
I never liked this.
No, I mean, I guess because the first game completely discouraged you from using items in the first place, it almost seemed useless, apart from that one achievement.
Oh.
So yeah. That came back. You can see in the distance there is a Muspelheim that we need to do.
Oh yeah.
And I somehow decide halfway that I don't want to do that.
Oh god, I jump!
Well, I didn't want to fall down and die, so... Well, you don't actually die, you just lose some health. Or maybe you don't even lose health, I'm not entirely sure.
Maybe it's just like jumping off the pier at the first stage.
Yeah.
Oh, alright.
This one's...
Muspelheim flavor of the week is...
Oh, yeah.
Huh. Oh.
They decide... is this the first one that we've done? I don't remember.
I think it's the first time we've seen this gimmick here.
I really feel like this sort of Muspelheim kind of reflects just how badly the design of this game is in terms of not being able to use Witch Time.
Right.
Like certain bosses, like the Lumen Sage, you practically can't hit them outside of Witch Time. That missed, and I'm so annoyed because it was supposed to be stylish and everything.
I don't know, normally when I think of combo scoring in other games like this, the time it takes between hammer charges, I think the combo is going to run out, but I keep forgetting how generous Bayonetta is with that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, this one is totally generous. Although I believe they changed it in this game. Like with the original game, the time for your combo to run out was like 3 seconds and 4 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And I think they changed it for this one so it's a little bit longer. I think. I haven't actually bothered to time it because the combo system is broken in this game. It's inconsistent. I can't be bothered writing a guide for it. Yeah, my original plan was to actually do guides for this game. It was like, yeah, no. So this is just a case of avoid the gigantic millipede thing.
I like how it could stop its own momentum in the middle of the air.
Oh, that's a good point. Huh? Also, surprise once, like, good luck on your first time trying to avoid that. Like, seriously.
Oh crap, there are a lot of them. This is some
now,
Star
there's a
Fox
very
shit.
sneaky heart hidden there.
This is cool.
It's pretty neat. This entire level is okay, apart from the fact that it's ridiculously hard.
Wait, fire spiders. This is a DMC1 reference.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't notice it until just now.
But yeah, you want to use Chernobog for this, mainly because it's fast and the whole shooting blades thing. The shooting blades thing is the best.
I really like the multiple skull crown thing it's got going. Wow, this is sick.
It's great. I don't think this guy's particularly hard, but he is surprisingly fast for a gigantic spider.
Well, I mean, he doesn't look absolutely miserable to fight like he was in DMC1, so we're good.
I really ought to play those games.
I hated that boss so much. It was like, it's the first boss in DMC1 too, I'm pretty sure. And it just, like, the first time you play through the game, it will just crush you.
Oh god.
Eventually it becomes really easy, but when you play that boss for the first time, man, you're gonna hate it.
Yeah, every time you play one of these games for the first time, it's gonna, completely murder you.
I mean, the later games give you a little bit of a grace period. I mean, even DMC4, it's like the game doesn't really get hard until Credo. That game is just like, bam, spider.
And that classic Kamiya. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw you into the deep end. It's not a vagina, by the way.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
So that's our goal right there. I never really noticed it when I play, but yeah.
So between where we're standing and right over there is going to be one hell of a distraction that takes the next 20 minutes.
Yep. Right, so in this fight there is another example of using the whole charged, like, hammer thing. Just pay attention to that health bar.
Whoa.
Yeah, the thing actually was about half. And here's an example of the offset, like, Umbran Clark charge. I love this hammer so much.
That was sick.
It was awesome.
Just hitting with this thing so satisfying to look
yeah,
at.
it's got a bit of weight behind it that is just really satisfying.
Ask you.
And has like the pyramid head thing going, kinda.
I'm not going to shut off here, obviously, but this enemy actually has an instant kill attack.
Huh. Why is everything in hell got to be a centipede? This is gross.
I'm not really sure.
Didn't even give him a chance.
That enemy doesn't appear nearly as much as it should, I think. I haven't actually played through Infinite Climax lately, so I don't remember. I actually quite like that enemy a lot. It's better than the other sort of demon enemies they introduced in this chapter.
I kind of like the demon forest thing they got going.
Oh yeah.
Sort of happened out of nowhere, but... Also,
So I'm pretty much just going to abuse the whole hammer charge thing this entire chapter.
I don't blame you, it's sweet. It's not Kilgory enough, but it'll do.
Yeah. God, I love it so much. Some really weird slowdown here as well. Like, this game is pretty smooth in terms of frame rate, but it sometimes just absolutely fails to deal with all the hair on the screen.
Honestly, considering the hardware specs of the Wii U, I'm genuinely impressed a lot of the really high-end games run so well.
I don't have any other high-end games of the Wii U. I only have this and, like, Wonderful 101. And Wonderful 101 has some instances where it slows down a bit.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if that game slowed way the hell down if it was, like, on a PS4 as well. There's a lot of little stuff going on in that game.
If you ignore that, there is a chest over here that you want to get. Because it's not just filled with a dumb lollipop, it actually has something useful.
Moonbow. Oh, you got the whole thing now.
Magic is super important in this game. And honestly, magic management and how to gain magic is like a complete mystery to me.
It's not just hit stuff?
Well, yeah, it is hit stuff, but you know, there's no actual sort of defined way to say here's, you know, how many points you need to hit to actually gain a life orb, like gain a magic orb.
Oh, okay.
In the first game, you could actually break it down. I think that actually, yeah, I actually had to pure platinum this chapter twice.
Wait, was it another one of those cases of the first recording wasn't good enough?
No, I actually forgot to get something that's like, at the very end of the level 2, and it's like, shit.
Oh, okay.
And I had to do it all over again. And the worst thing is I did better the first time. So yeah, it's a, you know, a six-handed enemy with 6 swords, which is pretty cool. But the problem is this enemy dodges way too much. It's like they decided, let's just take an enemy and make it dodge like 70% of your attacks. And then have it, you know, have signposts that fake you out all the time.
This is like a crap. Whoa!
It's kind of bullshit. And the only way to beat this enemy is to basically get Witch Time.
It also seems really annoying because it looks like he's trying to keep just this right range away from you.
Yeah. I do find the best way to deal with this is to sort of keep distance, because when they're close, it's got a really weird AI, and you want to try and bait out those sort of attacks. But yeah, that's a terrible enemy, and I hate them. Mostly because they have 6 swords, so they can hit you multiple times in an attack as well.
Right.
It's just all around awful. So I think we've got a couple of ways to go around here. And plus I missed a Muspelheim back there.
It seemed like there were multiple... Well, there seemed like there was multiple ways to go back there, but I was probably just seeing stuff.
Oh no, there is multiple ways to go.
Oh, okay.
I was doing it in this very specific way so I could abuse checkpoints. Because I did mention this one was hard, right? It is a hard chapter to Pure Platinum.
Yeah, yeah.
No one expects me to do it legitimately, please.
That is
Also,
such
you
a
wanna go
cool
here.
spawn animation.
I just love this enemy. It's really actually really fun to fight because it's not, you know, a terrible piece of shit like Sloth.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, I can shit on Umbra and Climax, but it does look awesome.
It doesn't have to even hit. As long as it looks good, people are going to wind up having their heads fixed like, you know, a foot from the screen, maybe less.
So yeah, you want to go to this hidden fight anyways, so you can get that LP piece.
Miss me, baby.
And I just love that animation so much. What's next? So there's the Muspelheim coming up.
Somewhere. I'm losing complete. All of the twisty turny bits.
It is a little bit disorientating, and when I first did it, it's like I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing. I believe this is a don't get hit Muspelheim, which to me seems like the most redundant Muspelheim. But the Infinite Climax version of this Muspelheim is with Sloth.
Oh.
So you can imagine how much of a bitch that is to do. Like, I don't think I've actually ever done it because I've only played an Infinite Climax once. This game does not deserve my time.
Yeah. I mean, the total strategy, especially if you're trying to pure platinum Muspelheims. I mean, weren't you saying Muspelheims, like, had some pretty ridiculous pure platinum requirements on them?
Oh no, not the Muspelheims, but just like verses in general. But, you know, don't get hit with a Sloth is pretty frustrating.
I keep forgetting once you fill up a row of actual magic, it turns into a giant pearl. It doesn't just stay a giant pearl.
Yeah, they changed it a little bit from the first game, so when you get a full, you know, 3 bars of magic, it doesn't... It used to be 2 big pearls and 8 small pearls, and now it's 3 big pearls. I don't know, it kind of bothers me. I guess they were trying to make it look more sleek and efficient, but I don't like it.
It looks just like a giant cartridge of pachinko balls or something weird like that.
Wouldn't it be great if, like, Platinum Games decided to just quit doing games and just do, like, slot machines?
I mean, Konami does. I don't know if Platinum does. I know they made this incredibly
so we have here
Go for it.
Yeah, we have 2 enemies here that will enrage the Sloth, which is, of course, terrible. So, yeah, priority is to get rid of those, but it's hard with this arsehole in the way.
Oh no, the wizard type enemy you see in every single game like this, there's always one. And, I can't ever... they frustrate me.
I agree.
It's like they're not even there for you to, like, really fun beat the crap out of kind of way. They are just purely there to annoy you.
Yeah. And same with this enemy.
I mean, this enemy on its own is just bad enough. I mean, it looks really cool. I mean, it has 6 swords.
It's a very cool enemy. It's, yeah, you know, everything about it is cool, but the actual AI is terrible.
As every anime on Cartoon Network ever taught me, coolness is directly proportional to the number of swords you have.
Exactly. That's why he had a sword for a face, basically.
Yeah.
So in my previous Pure Platinum recording, which I had to scrap, I forgot to collect this one once I had, like, activated it. Which is why I was like, fuck, I have to do it again, it's terrible, fuck my life.
Ah yes, collect the shards of Tedium before the timer runs out.
The shards of Tedium.
It just seems so silly. Especially in this
yeah.
environment. Like, back in the town, I was just like, okay, yeah, sure. And now it's just, what is this?
Honestly, this environment is kind of boring. Color-wise, it doesn't really pop for me.
Yeah. I mean, I like the look of it, but the color of it, yeah, basically.
Fuck you. So it's actually nicer to have that there because there is a hidden fight back here. Plus you want to redeem your LP. So let's do that.
Is this one a weapon?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
Another LP. No rest for the wicked. Even if I am jollier than the average demon. But no need to pity me. I was bored anyways. Be right back. This one's gonna be fun. Been looking for a workout like this for a while. Ta-ta. Damn, some of these fools are really about that life. Had me working overtime to knock this one into shape. Off you go.
Okay, so I guess because the whole something about not putting a chainsaw on her arm from the previous game, they finally actually did it in this game. So we have chainsaws now.
Are they Chernobog giant hammer cool, or are they just kind of okay?
They're just kind of okay. I guess the cool thing is you can attach them on your feet, so you can just slide around on pure chainsaw goodness.
Wait, you can skate on them?
Yes, you can skate on them.
Good. Good.
You do, dead you.
It's got a weird taunt too.
The chainsaws disappear? It's probably the weirdest part I noticed immediately.
Most of them do that. So I don't actually use it in this chapter because it's purely a close range weapon and it has no wicked weaves. So I'm gonna shelve it to the side for now. We'll talk about it later. This fight here is possibly one of the most annoying fights in this chapter. Purely because you're fighting with the camera most of the time.
I was about to say, is it like 3 of the dudes with 6 swords and then 4 wizards or something ludicrous?
Oh god, no. That would... no.
Welcome to Bloody
I
Palace.
would die. I feel like the developers knew just how bad that enemy was because it doesn't even show up in like the lost chapter in this game. Not very often anyway.
Right.
I do like fighting these guys, but 2 of them at once is a bit of a mindfuck. Plus the camera.
It would have been...
Sometimes the camera just feels like it's drunk.
It would have been at least okay if there were 2 separate colors, because I would just lose track of which one was which. Namely, like... I don't know, I would always pick on one and then try and kill the other. But the only way you can really tell it is by looking at the health bars.
Yeah, I guess kind of ignore it and just try not to get hit, basically.
Yeah.
And sometimes the targeting doesn't let you do that because sometimes it's like, I want to target that one over there that I was killing, but for some reason it put me on this one here, which has more health.
So... okay, I'm gonna try and comprehend the way what they did to the targeting in this game. So usually in games like this, if you hold the target, it picks the nearest thing and just sort of stays on it until it goes completely out of camera. But
Yeah.
the way you're describing it to me is just like if you hold R1 or whatever it is on the Wii U, it's basically just automatic.
It kind of is.
Ugh.
Like sometimes, you know, I'll try to change targets and, you know, a new enemy will be on screen and I want to target that one. So I like, you know, Umbra and Spear to it. And it will target the previous enemy that I was targeting that is off screen. So I don't know what the hell they were doing with the targeting in this game.
It seems like they were trying to maintain something to make it better and then accidentally broke it and weren't quite sure how to fix it again.
It kind of feels like that for the entire game, so yeah, I agree.
A lesson in version control.
Platinum Games, if you ever make a Bayonetta 3, please fix everything. Like, Umbra and Climax is a good idea, but the way you implemented it was kind of horrible.
I have a feeling if they did do a third game, like, they would definitely find some happy middle ground, or they would just strip it all and either butcher it or just make Bayonetta 1 again.
Like I was saying the other day, like, you know, what if they just remastered Bayonetta 1 to make it look as pretty as this game, but, you know, it still had the mechanics of the old game? I would love that. I would buy it again, because I've bought the fucking game like 4 times now. So, you don't want to miss that chest that we... Yeah, you don't want to miss this, because if you're like me and you're anal, you have to do it all over again. Not do it off screen or something, because either way you'd have to go through the entire chapter again anyway.
That way, if you didn't bring it up, it would just be completely innocent. No one would have noticed.
No one would have noticed, but if someone would in the comments would be like, "Oh no, you missed that thing." And
That was we totally got it in editing. Don't worry.
I did it in post or whatever. I don't know.
After Effects is a powerful tool.
Why, if it ain't Bayonetta, fancy finding a witch like you in a place like this.
Rodin, don't tell me you came here to rescue me, like some kind of knight in shining armor.
Rescue? Do I look like the rescuing type? If you were to kick the bucket here, I'd be all over your soul like a hungry hyena. Right. I'll go eat.
So we're fighting with Radahn now.
So let's have some fun.
I suppose Radahn just goes here to work out. And Radahn's a bit of a powerhouse, really.
Yeah. He takes a little while. When he gets there, it looks like
Like
he
he
gets
just sort of
shit done.
saunters over and just like, yeah, I'm just gonna casually kill you with this charged foot, whatever. I don't know.
I just saw him casually walk up to one of them, just stamp the ground, and there were explosions everywhere.
So you can unlock him as a playable character in the co-op mode, but he's very different from the rest of the characters you can unlock. Like, he doesn't have a Beast Within mode, he doesn't have a Witch Time mode. And dodging for him is just a straight block, and there's no such thing as like a perfect block. It's just, yeah, strange, but he is very powerful if you know to use him right.
The concept that they worked out how to make a co-op version of this game still baffles me.
I think it's actually really fun. Like, I played it yesterday for probably approximately like 7 hours total, and I had fun with it, so yeah. I had to do some grinding and I had to do some recording, so yeah.
Okay.
There is like a ranking system in Tag Climax, and it's basically just a matter of how long have you played the multiplayer mode. You have got S rank. Like, it almost doesn't really mean anything. Like, it could be judged based on like what awards you get or whatever, but no, it's just based on like how much have you played the game.
Right. So in other words, there's someone that worked out how to basically just sit there and play for like hundreds and hundreds of hours.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so is my target by the looks of it.
Jean, there she is.
Hold up. You're not seriously thinking of getting between a man and his next payday. Chill, Bayonetta. Don't go shooting up my target, you dig? I need that one intact.
The next chapter is pretty great. I'm gonna say this now.
So wait, we're not going into hell?
Oh no, we are in hell right now.
Yeah. But you said the next episode wasn't in hell.
No, I said the next one's gonna be great.
Oh.
Yeah.
How do I end up getting all that mixed up? Eh, forget about it.
So I think we have, it's 25 achievements. There's 50 in total or something. I don't exactly remember off the top of my head. But for getting 25 achievements, you unlock this accessory here.
The hell is it?
So it does the same thing in the first game. It gives you 2 orbs of magic.
Oh, okay.
Which is useful in this game because you want magic. And we get a shitload of cards, obviously. Oh, and here is that instant kill attack that I was talking about. Shoots a beam at you and it turns you into baby self. So I'm just going to run straight for that gigantic gaping mouth and instantly get killed.
Holy... Damn! I thought they got rid of stuff like that.
I thought so too, so it's really surprising they put it in. I got killed first time doing that.